I have one question about that. There was okay.
This is not the wall. That's just examples. I kind of did little baby bricks just so you can see.
Well, like these are the openings. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So it's like where the cinder blocks have an opening.
Yeah, there's no cinder
there's
block
a-
in that area.
I guess for
drainage
erosion,
and
for
stuff.
drainage
Yeah.
between the sides. There's
So, the Wheaton Island Indians, they were the ones that settled along the west coast around the rivers. So we were thinking something like that. Okay. As soon as you come in the park, we wanted to do a welcome to Old. You can come play with us. A welcome to Old Park, Port Richey, right as you come in. But then leave it blank because there's a bathroom, right? And to put something behind the bathroom is a waste. So we were thinking about starting this after the bathroom.
by the playground.
Yes, starting this there and going to the water. Again, please excuse me. So anyway, doing the Indian first because timeline wise, the Indians were here first. Arian Ritchie, who we were after, that was the only picture that Lori could find, but putting that there. Martha Olsner, who the park is named after, that's the only picture, Lori, but I'm sure there's an Olsner that Lori was in touch with. We might be able to get a better picture. But anyway, put a picture of Martha there. We had talked about doing either the city symbol, which is changing because they're doing rebranding, and or the centennial, which is right there. And we talked about getting like 4 foot, like in metal. What am I trying to say, Sal? Metal or getting it not painted on, just like
you talk about getting like a sheet metal with
plaque or
screen
something.
printing on it.
Something like
Something
that.
like that.
Right,
Yes.
like that, yeah.
Doing something in vinyl and then
Right,
putting it
right,
on.
So
right.
that's separate. You know what I mean? Like not painted on. And then just because we have manatees in the river and dolphins, putting that on either that's just because I had space and I didn't know what else to put there, to be honest with you. The pelican, of course, we did a couple years ago, is our mascot. We wanted to thank all our veterans and first responders, so putting a flag there with a thank you to them, and then the shrimp folks, of course. But I'm sure there are other things that we're looking at. Along the whole bottom, we were thinking just putting, this far up along this thing, just so that it's continuous, putting like seagrass. And then these were just fish that we put out like that, like river fish, the fish that we fish for, maybe painting them inside the seagrass so that it's something continuous running that it looks like and goes all the way down to the water. And then I was just messing around and I just put seagulls up top for the same thing, just for continuity along the way. I'm not an artist, but that's what we came up with. These were the pictures that we had last meeting. Y'all liked them, except for the veterans. We added that one. But I was thinking, the last time we did this, there was no money for a professional artist. But we don't really have a plan. Lori was talking about doing this like the weekend after next. We need to know exactly what kind of brushes, what kind of rollers, what we need. And we don't have any of that. Lori has been in touch with the art department in Gulf High School, and they were willing to help us. I put a call out to them. I haven't heard back from her yet. I'm going to email her. She also emailed her, but I haven't emailed her back. Lori emailed her. So I was going to email her. And in the meantime, this weekend, one of our fellow residents and a friend of ours, Angel Nally, who lives on Grand, she was over at Mount Dora. If I can show you, she was standing in front of a beautiful wall mural in Mount Dora. So I called and left a message for Mount Dora to see. I'm hoping they will get back to me tomorrow or next week sometime. To see who the artist was. Do you think we could go to council and ask for money for an artist?
Honestly, why not?
What do we have here? Are you artists?
Artist.
To be honest with you, I didn't really know too much. I think it was Lori that contacted me.
Are you from Gulf High?
No,
Okay.
I have I own a landscaping business.
Oh, okay.
So she did a post asking for volunteers.
Yes, she did.
But it wasn't specific, so
Right.
I was thinking I would just paint, repaint the wall.
Well,
Oh,
we-
okay.
Yeah.
Murray, I just
We-
want you to see
we,
this.
we could use just painters.
Yes.
This is the wall in Meldora.
But I do know people that are artists.
Do you?
That's why.
We do not.
We're looking at options of either maybe putting that like making that a vinyl.
Well, not everything,
Are
you
just
an
the
artist now?
centerpiece.
No,
Wait,
actually,
come look at
I
this.
can paint, but not like.
Not, okay.
Okay, this is the mural in Mount Dora.
Oh, yes, I did see that. That was great.
So I called to find out if we can find out the artist for this. I mean, it just looks beautiful, and I don't know if they can do faces and stuff. So, why don't we? So anyway, so what do you all think? What is your input?
I think we may need to hire somebody because I know I have no ability to get anything looking like any of that on that wall. And I don't know, what it's going to look like if we don't have somebody at least making the outlines for us to color in or something.
I agree.
So I think we might need to ask for some money.
Would there be any opposition to have someone that can put these images on a piece of metal or stainless steel, whatever, with the vinyl?
I don't know if I'm opposed to it. I like the idea of
Of
painting
actual paint.
everything on there with
Right.
just the center thing on that
Right.
as a stand. That's my opinion.
Oh, sure.
But,
No, paint would be great,
I
but
went to Brooksville and I saw this. Like someone,
Yeah.
this is in the courthouse, I think,
one artist.
Oh yeah, look at that.
right? And then
Yeah.
I took a picture of this. This
Oh,
is
So
what
you
it
need
Okay.
reporters for that.
Let's
So-
yeah, show everybody that too. That's good
Yeah.
too.
want it
is.
to
There's
be a
this
mess.
one in Brooksville that I saw in the courthouse.
Oh, yeah.
They
Mhm.
have it, and then
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
and then I took a picture of the person who did it, Gypsy Arts. I mean, that's a
We need to
contact
talk to
too.
Sure.
Gypsy.
Yeah, it's
I
very
do
pretty.
have a name of another artist that I don't know if I don't know him at all. It's just the brother of an acquaintance of mine. But I think he charges, so I didn't contact him.
I think we got to slow down and make this right.
Right.
Yeah,
For sure.
'Cause
I
we could
want to
get-
make sure it doesn't look like a kid art.
Sure.
Okay.
Or just a
So
mess
I'm
that we have to paint
reach out to
over.
a couple people, see if these two ladies, I'm sure will help as much as they can.
I know some people. I mean,
See, there you
it's
go.
going to take prep work too.
Sure.
It's not just
Absolutely.
like you
Right.
can't just go there and bam.
Well, we,
Right.
we did have the city has pressure washed it and done a paint of white.
But that
It needs to
was-
be pressure washed again
Yeah.
or cleaned off at least
So it's
because that was done like a month or
it
6
has
weeks
been
ago.
at least a month.
But this was our general rendition. Any suggestions? Now, if an artist comes in, I'd like to not even show them this, unless they ask us, and just see what they come up with, and then
Yeah.
we can incorporate some
Sure.
of these
Let them
ideas
use their
into
artistic
there,
ability.
if in fact that's
Sure.
what we want to do. I don't know what you all think.
I think this is beautiful. I really like the Indian, the Latin one too.
Yeah.
So I love the concept. So if they could do this, but maybe with their artwork, obviously, I think we have a good map.
So I mean, to give you an idea, when I used to hold RVs and travel trailers out of Indiana, there was one town in Indiana, almost every other building had a mural outside. What a cool town that was.
Yeah.
If we could pull those off, make it look outstanding like some of those other places.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, well, even like in Newport Richie. I mean, when they painted over that one, it was like, wow, I don't do that, but
It's nice.
I
you know,
like-
people like that kind of
Artists have different
Sure.
viewpoints.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, we can tell them we want it historic,
Mhm.
I guess,
Sure, yeah.
or just leave it open to them, whatever, and
Sure,
then just
they'll-
see, and then have them come present it to
Well,
us.
yeah, just give them basic
And then we
ideas
can
and
pick
say,
maybe, depending on how many people come back with anything, if anybody, maybe nobody does.
Right.
And if nobody does, then, like I talked to Sal about this, I mean, we can get a projector
Mhm.
and put it up on the wall, and I can trace it, I mean, and we can do stuff like that. I
Yeah.
can't do faces.
And then you're mixing, like you got to think if you're not an artist
Right.
and you're painting it,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter how good the trace is. The
Agreed.
paint itself is still going to look like a kindergartner did it.
Absolutely, totally agree.
So,
You're right.
like I know a little bit of art, but not
Sure.
like that good.
Yeah, no, I know.
Someone who does this for a
Shadowing.
living is gonna do it all to scale, all the way down. They're gonna measure the wall, they're gonna measure your ideas, and then be able to proportion that to the size of the wall
Mhm.
and the length of the wall.
Okay.
So that's the best way, is to go and get someone who does basically small pictures to enlarging, like me, that does this for a living, that does these murals, because
Right.
that's what they're basically doing. They're taking the smaller pictures and enlarging them to fit on a wall.
Right.
And they
Agreed.
take that time to calculate what it's going to be to scale.
Mhm.
So they can fill up the entire space. What I would do with that is that I would do two things. One, if that's everyone's consensus, I would present that to council to see if they have any other input on it. If not, give that to whoever you guys want to do this, or at least every person you want to get a quote from, and show them the same concept of what you're looking for. So then that way, that's what they lean towards. It may not look exactly like that, but they'll incorporate all those ideas into the final product. So that's the best way to go. Each person that you talk to, either it be in Gypsy or a couple of other vendors, show them that concept, and so that they can give you an idea of what it's going to be. But even with a projector, you're going to have difficulty.
Mhm.
You'd have to do that at night, wouldn't you?
You have to do it at night,
Yeah.
because it's not going to work during the day. And then you have to make sure that what you do is the same size all the way down.
Yeah.
Everything has to
Agreed.
be proportionate. Or by the time you see your finished product, you'll start at this big, this size at the end, and then end up like this.
Right, yeah.
So you don't want that. Someone who does this for a living is going to be able to measure length, width, and have a completely perfect understanding of what they need to do.
Okay, so what would be your suggestion to get artists? Do we have to put out an official RFP, or can we just say anybody who wants to?
No, I don't think this is going to, well, it all depends on the cost. I
Okay,
would start with one of the ones that you guys have already
okay,
seen,
Mhm.
have them come out to give you a ballpark idea.
okay,
If they walk over there and say, oh yeah, this is going to cost you, 50,000. So yeah, and then I'd be like, yes. But if it's going to be something like 5, it all depends.
okay.
Some of these people can do this, and to them it's nothing.
Uh-huh.
They just know how to do it, and they do it. Some people, it's a long process. So it all depends on who you get, and especially when it comes to that talent, they can either do it quick, they can do, it all depends on the person, really. So what I would do is just reach out to one of them, get a ballpark idea of what it's going to be, and then if it just seems like something that we can do by just calling a couple people, getting 3 quotes, and then just having council approve. Council can approve anything 25,000 or less without going out to bid.
Okay, that was my question.
So once if it's more than that, then yeah, we'd have to go through that process.
Okay, and I just wanted your official as to how we do that.
And they should still be available to do.
Yeah. And you're also welcome to come back
Yeah.
the first Thursday of every month. We do have 2 openings. If you'd like to sit
Yes.
up here on
Yes.
the committee with us, we don't really bite too bad sometimes, but you're more than welcome.
Something you can also consider to incorporate after the murals, because she said she was involved in landscaping, is that you can decide to do a landscaping plan along the wall when this is done. So it accents the wall.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You can put solar lighting in there, some spotlights so it'll shine at night, ideas like that. So then
Great
that way
ideas.
you could see it, during the day and during the evening, even though the park is mostly closed at the evening. If you have a special event or something like that, at the park where it's going to be at night, sometime, especially during like 4th of July, when we do our 4th of July, event, we have the park open. So
That I was going to ask you because I haven't been there in a while, but I did watch the fireworks a couple times from Olsner.
and then once you've invested into this, you may want to have events at the park, either it be
Yeah.
an art expo or something like that, something small. So
And
Where
you
you
can see it from the water too, right? With the boats.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you have the
There's
like
a
the
little beach.
lights.
There's a little
Yeah.
beach there. It's
I
really
love
cute.
it, yeah.
You can. I launched my kayak out of there. It's really nice.
guess it's just standard that parks close at night, right?
Yes.
For safety. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
You're wanting to keep it historic too. I know the guy that runs the Newport Richie Theater.
Uh-huh.
I'm friends with him. They're going to paint their whole wall on the side. They're just
Really?
for all the construction to be done.
Yeah.
I talked to him too and see what artists he's going to be working with.
That would be great. After the meeting, if I could get your number, and I'll give you my number as well.
Yeah.
And that way we can keep in touch. I'll take your number too, Jen. Just
Okay.
Will you give them my number too?
sure.
Thank you.
That'd be great. And any contacts y'all have, the more bids and ideas we get, the better it'll be. I do want, like I said, we have been talking about this for 2 years, and we
Yeah.
kind of dragged our feet for a while, unfortunately, for whatever reason. And Lori was really good in getting this really going again, really good to get this going up and going. And that's why this time frame was put here, is because she's really, we are all excited, but she was really looking forward to this. I think we do need a better plan, only because I think we want it to be pristine.
Yes.
We
It's
want it to
gotta
be,
done right.
we want it
Yes.
to
We
be,
want it to be something.
we're willing to do it.
proud
I'm
of.
willing to do it. I mean, I'm not an artist, but I can
I can paint.
paint and I can feather and I can do all that. I do it with
Yeah.
my sewing and I can do that, but I'm not an artist by any stretch of the imagination. So, okay. So regarding this,
Also, this group meets, this committee meets once a month.
Mhm.
And like she said, we have 2 seats available. So if you are planners, this group typically, or this committee typically plans events and things for, well, no, it's not the events committee,
No.
but
well, we used
some
to do
meet
that
and
sort of stuff.
greets and things like that.
Do you have to be a
Some
Port
cleanup
Richie
events.
citizen?
Excuse me?
You have to be a Port Richie citizen?
Yes.
Yes.
You live outside. You know, that's what you live over in,
Newport Richie.
Oh, okay.
okay.
But I have a partner that is Port Richie.
Okay. You're more than welcome to, anybody is welcome to come sit and give us, I mean,
Right.
whether we sit up here or not, we can always take ideas and suggestions. Yes, sir.
Something you may want to consider, because I know some of the other committees, the historical committee, and I think the events committee has done it as well, as changed their rulings to allow outside. So
Yes.
that'd be something you want to consider if you're not getting the seats filled. Maybe something you want to consider later on.
We'll put that on the
And we also
agenda
have
for
a
the
historic
future.
committee that has openings as well. So if you're interested in history and preserving the historic landmarks of Port Richey, you're welcome to join that, even if you're not a Port Richey resident.
I live like right on the.
Okay.
I'm just like right on the line.
Me too, but I'm on the other side of the line. All right, so why don't we, it looks like I need a motion to put these dates on hold. I would think we need a motion to put these
Yes.
dates.
Motion to stay the dates of November 15th, 16th, 22nd, 23rd, until we can get some artist bids on this project.
Okay, and get artist bids on the project as part of the motion? Okay,
I'll second it.
okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so we'll put this on hold, only because we want to get those artist bids in. We'll go from there. So,
And we'll get bids for our next meeting.
well, it depends on
If
when
we
they,
can?
well,
Okay.
being holiday season, who
Oh,
knows when,
that's right.
who knows when these artists are available. But I will contact Mount Dora.
I can contact this Gypsy Sea
Okay.
artist and
Okay.
then see what they
Why don't
can.
you give them my number, because I'm
Sure.
off during the, I got
Yeah.
the baby, but I can go up to the park and meet anybody anytime. You work, so I don't
Yes.
want to, and you're already on a couple committees, I don't want to
Thanks.
overburden you either. So if anybody have artists, I'll be glad to,
I don't have any.
so,
Reach out to one person and
Okay.
see what they.
And can we also put like in social media, like I put things in social media that we're looking for artists, we're getting estimates.
yeah, I'll put all this, that we canceled those, the painting
Perfect.
dates. I tried to call Lori last night, but then I stopped because I knew we were gonna have to vote on this and we couldn't do it Florida Sunshine, so I did not call Lori last night to tell her my thoughts, because I was thinking this exact thing.
Yes.
I did talk to somebody and I talked it over with them last night, and I was gonna call Lori and tell her my thought, like we needed a better plan, to do this. And as I thought about it, I decided not to, because I knew we had a vote on it, and
Yeah.
Florida Sunshine says the people in the committee can't talk about something that you're going to vote on prior to. It's against the law rules. So I did not call her. So I did not. So I will call her either tonight or tomorrow.
Okay, so whenever you post that, then I'll just share it
Yes.
to the other ones and then. Perfect.
I think that's a great plan. I will take this to council and tell them how Lori and I did it on Wednesday.
I have to do the update, the CAC update,
Mhm.
so I can do it at that time, unless you'd rather just get up as a resident. But that's not really a resident capacity.
I'm the chairman though. The chairman could, I could do it as, I'd like to do that because I'm the one that did
Okay.
that.
So you will update.
Yeah.
Them
So-
on the Oldsmar Park painting mural.
Okay,
if that's
then we'll
okay.
have- Then that's fine, then I won't
Yeah.
need to bring
Yeah,
it
and
up.
then after that, but that's just because we've been working on it for so long, it's just,
Sure.
okay.
That's gonna be on Wednesday the 12th.
Yes,
Okay.
because it's, the 11th is Veterans Day and they moved council to Wednesday, the 12th,
Yes.
which is next Wednesday. So I'll bring my dog and pony show.
Okay, good.
I'll bring that. Anything else?
Will you request funding at that time?
Yes,
Tentative funding?
yes,
Okay.
yes. But I won't be able to tell them how much
I
because
know, should we agree?
no,
on
what
that?
I'm gonna do is I'll tell them that we're going to request, artists
That's right.
and get bids and present that to them and let the council then decide, yes, no, maybe.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, yes, we want to fund this. No, if they tell me, no, we're not going to fund this at all, then there's no, we can get volunteer artists and see if that, but I don't. And I think that was the problem in the past, that we tried to get artists to volunteer and their time is worth much more than
Sure,
that. And,
sure,
and they,
right.
nobody was really jumping to
The
volunteer.
good ones
It's a lot
have
of
enough,
work.
have enough work that they
Yeah,
don't need
exactly. So,
to. Right.
if they tell me Wednesday, no, we're not going to fund this, then we'll have to punt, figure something else out.
Stickers.
All right, anything else with that? Anything else with Oldsmar Park painting? Okay. Number 4 is Veterans Day Coffee and Donuts at the Firehouse on November 11th.
You think 40 donuts gonna be enough?
So
Carolyn is our,
yeah, so
Yeah, the
I
coordinator here.
have broadcasted this, put it on Bain News 9 community calendar, all that, and no RSVPs. But I'm thinking that people are just because they're liking it and stuff. I think people are going to show up.
yes.
Right.
They're just not there. I
They
even
don't
said
get
like, message me something, but nothing. But I think this is the type of event that people will just come in.
Yes.
So I need to tell because I don't know if the volunteer firefighters are going to be providing the donuts. They
No.
need to know how much.
I got the donuts.
Oh, you got the
I got
donuts.
48 donuts coming.
Oh, I think that's
The
perfect.
firefighters gonna do their coffee.
Perfect.
And
Thank you.
And I bought the decorations. I bought tablecloths and
Oh,
doodads.
perfect.
I'll
From
bring
Amazon.
I'll bring some special creamers for the
Okay.
coffees.
If you want to put it out there, these are not just store-bought donuts. These are donut shop.
Well, you
Donut
don't want
shop, yeah.
42,000 people coming because they're
that's
not
good.
Dunkin' Donuts, because then you're not going to have enough.
That's what I was going to say.
If anything, we got to make a run to Dunkin' Donuts.
Is it the new donut place on?
No, it's Tarpon Springs.
Oh, okay.
The whole donut.
I think DoorDash will bring us some donuts if we start seeing the doors swinging.
Well, don't forget the firefighters are going to have 30 donuts right there gone.
Yeah, so
Sure.
that's what I was thinking. That like how many people are we going to project to it?
That was my question. I
Yeah.
mean, it was 40. I got 4 dozen coming, but
I
Should we-
think we should get more, only because
Yes.
to supplement it.
okay.
Because if you have two, I make a 22-pound turkey for 5 people. Okay, I don't like to send anybody away home hungry.
Hungry. Yes.
I'd rather have more
Sure.
donuts than not enough donuts, because we can always bring the donuts here to City Hall for the
Yes.
employees. We can give them to the fire and the police if we have extra donuts.
Yes.
You like
They're not
donuts?
going to go to waste.
Correct.
So, your 4 dozen are perfect.
I'll-
I would suggest
I'll
I
get
can
another
bring
2.
another. What is it? 12. So
12 to a dozen.
2 dozen more. That's
I'll get
24,
another 2
right?
dozen.
You got another 2
I'll get
dozen.
another 2 dozen. I'm gonna make it 8 dozen total. 6 dozen.
So, okay. So do I
Maybe we can get some munchkins.
Okay.
Like just in case somebody just wants a little munchkin
Little-
instead of a whole donut.
So I can get munchkins.
Yeah. I would get one of the bigger boxes
One
or
of the,
two,
the big box,
or
yeah, or two,
or
of the,
two the big boxes.
okay,
something
so
like
I'll
that.
get that, the munchkins.
And if we see we're running out, we can just pop over to Dunkin' and
And
grab a
get 'em,
couple if
yeah.
we need to. I'd rather have more donuts than not enough because the police and firemen alone will enjoy them.
Yeah.
So
And Sal will want a couple.
And we'll want a couple too.
Right, I definitely want a
I'm bringing McKenna, so she'll
Do
want
they
little
have the
ones.
chocolate kind with the
He's-
filling
he's
in
gonna
the
make some
Okay,
inside?
so that's what we're doing is
Some-
we've never done this before on Veterans Day. We're having a Veterans Day celebration right up on Grand at our firehouse. So as you heard, coffee and donuts.
And
And,
The firehouse is gonna actually give us a tour of their,
Right.
firehouse.
Which is
and
really
equipment
cool.
and apparatus.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Who knew that thing was so big?
Doesn't look it from the outside.
you can share it if you have somebody
Yeah,
that's got
it
a
looks
business or
like
something that you want, if that they want, we'll be glad you can
Oh,
give it to them.
I did drive, and I still have to drive more, but I did drive around here. Like, I got lost in these places, and I did leave in businesses, the doors and stuff. The flyers. I
Very
was
good.
doing that.
Good job, Carolyn. Thank you.
You have more?
Yeah,
How many do you have?
I can print out of my house. So no
Okay,
problem.
give me what you have.
Take as many as you want.
Thank you. Okay, great.
You ladies need more too, or you guys are?
It's been- This has been posted to the city website.
Oh
Yes,
yes,
it has been.
I did
And
see that.
Facebook, and then what we'll do is that as we get closer, we'll put it out on the mass media,
Perfect.
and that goes out to about 360 people. So there'll be an
Has
alert. There'll
anybody
be an alert
taken it
about
over
that.
to Suncoast?
I haven't.
Being with this
Like in their office or something? I'll take it over to Suncoast.
Okay. Yeah, they have, I'm sure they have the
Sure.
trailer park across the way. I'm
Oh
sure they
yes,
have,
I did. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
you
I
did?
did.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
I'm sure they have a lot of
Okay.
veterans over there as
That's
well.
really the only contribution I have. So.
Oh, and I even gave it, which I went to Sand Pebbles,
Mhm.
and I gave it to the gentleman that was in the security house,
Mhm.
and he said he would share it with residents.
Good.
So I dropped off one there too.
Okay, good, perfect. All right, anything else regarding that? Great job, Carolyn, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, now, welcome packet for new residents. I showed you my cursory one, I think it was 2 meetings ago, correct?
Yes.
And Sal and I had a meeting, and I gave him what I had, and if you look in the packet, it's the first 2 pages, not the bio beat. But this is, Sal and Kim took what I had there and cleaned this up. Did you see it, Rob?
Yeah.
Okay. I looked at it, I thought it looked really good. He put some pictures on it, made it really, really nice, in my opinion.
I think it's absolutely amazing. I love it. And it hits all the spots, like everything that you may need.
And this can also always, I mean, Sal's got this on the computer, so we can always add, delete, correct.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything.
What we had, I've been here for 38 years in my house, and new people across the street moved in, and they were like, "Oh, I didn't know we did at XYZ." And I'd been talking about a newsletter since I started coming to the meetings 9 years ago. So finally, we have an administration that's willing to do this. So what we started out with doing was just a new resident newsletter with just basic info. We had talked about, and I don't know what y'all want to do, is doing a one-time mail out to all city residents, one time. And after that, put it here at the utility desk. When people sign up for their water, they have to come in and they would get this packet at that time. So we would not mail it this one-time packet out, more than the one time. I don't, we would have to present that to city council. Unless anybody else has a different suggestion, that's wonderful.
Great idea.
Christine, any ideas?
I think you're doing good.
Okay.
I did tag you on a Facebook comment where somebody had requested that findhelp.org, I think is what it was called.
I didn't see that. I'm sorry, I missed that.
Claudia Smith, I believe.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Let me see, is that what it's called? I'd shared a thing.
And what was it to help look
It
for?
was for all kinds of help. So, yes, that's it. So, you make.
I don't want to make this too.
Sure.
But it was a resident request, so.
Yeah,
you know.
I'll talk. Claudia lives across on my thing. I'll talk to her and
Okay.
see what she had an idea about that.
It has food assistance, housing assistance, baby supplies, transit assistance, health assistance, money assistance, care, education, work, and legal assistance. So you
So
just
let's
put
put-
in your zip code, and this will tell you where you can find low-cost versions of any of these types of assistance, low cost or free. So should you need food or should you need housing or
I don't.
So put that on the burner for 1 second.
Oh,
Okay. So what do you want? Do we want to take this to council?
Yes. I mean, I would.
Sure.
I like it.
I'm just going to do that. You're going to do this.
Okay,
Okay.
can I have the paper version?
Can we go? Can we give that?
Okay.
Can we make sure that the council gets a paper version for the meeting on Wednesday
Yeah,
Yes, well, of the
of the
welcome letter.
of the first? Yes.
All right, yeah, we can make copies.
Thank you. So the reason I asked you to put a hold on that is because when I started that, Sal was given direction from the city manager to start a newsletter.
Mhm.
And he did the newsletter, and I loved this one, and I really love the title, called the Bayou Beat,
Yes.
the official newsletter
cool.
of the city of Port Richey. And he did a really nice thing. Here, look.
Okay, so
Now,
this will be separate.
This would be a newsletter that would come out however often the council decided, whether it be twice a year, every quarter, once a year, whatever. But this is something that Sal and Kim put together. I looked at it. I gave a couple ideas and suggestions. I'm sure everybody else is going to have other ideas and suggestions, and that's where I was saying, hold on to that, Chris, because that
Okay.
might be better off in that newsletter where it would go out more frequently as opposed to one time.
Okay.
Because, I might not need that help thing this year, but in 2 years from now,
Mhm.
I'm not going to have that anymore.
Right.
So I'm not going to think to look there.
Mhm.
But on the newsletter, if I'm, when I'm still here, then I might get it. So that's why I said hold on to that because I think that's a good idea, but maybe that needs to belong in the other
It
one.
would be your neighbor's idea.
Yes.
So-
Well, yes.
Okay.
I do have a comment on that though.
Sure.
Because depending, and again, I just heard it right now,
Mhm.
it's anything, but if you're going to put a website so people can go look,
Mhm.
you have to be careful because the city's like endorsing it.
Oh,
And
good point.
so you don't want to, you have to check first if that's something we can
Good
put.
point. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can put like, let's say residential or something that the city endorses, like a food bank or something, but it,
You could do a county website or something that's government,
Yeah, or
government issued, but
something,
something.
or-
Okay, I see. Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah,
That-
because you don't
we
want
need to
to,
check with legal ed.
correct.
Sure, that's good. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Very good point.
And there is spot on here, how can we help area that we can go to their support and get the necessary approval from them to put this on our website. Should our attorney want us to do that?
Okay.
She can do it, or somebody can do it.
Or maybe we don't want to do that. I don't know. I mean, that's just that. I don't have an opinion one way or the other. I'm fine with it either way. But
Yeah, that's just
Right,
something
sure.
that for me, you think about it because you don't,
maybe we,
Things
yeah,
happen.
maybe we just want. I don't know. We'll have to go. Well,
Yeah.
This is. But I always wanted a newsletter to go out.
I know you did.
I live in a different zip code, although I am in Port Richey,
Mhm.
and I get the new Port Richey newsletter, and I sit there and read it.
Yeah.
It's paper,
it's nice.
and
it's different.
they do a good job of it. They have a lot more money than us, granted, but it has some info that's really good. So I like the newsletter, and I like what
Yeah.
you did a fabulous job, you guys. Personally, I think so.
And even in emails, like for example, like churches and things like that, like at Queen of Peace where I go, they send like the bulletin out every week, and they send me an email. So it's like that COPR that we have.
Yeah, but I
So-
like the paper.
Oh yeah, the paper you do too. But I'm saying like you could also send it for people who like paper and people who like the digital one. They
Oh,
can
yeah,
get
they
either or.
can choose. Yeah, they
Yeah,
can
because
choose.
I think I love this. I would sit and read it, either paper or getting it in emails or
See, I don't read email.
oh,
No.
it depends what it is. If it's interesting, but this is nice like that, like Boom on the Bayou. I
Yes.
like that, like
Yes.
every year, or No Wake Sign program. I had no idea that even existed.
Neither did I. I'm with you.
Yeah,
Never knew that
no.
existed.
And then I like that before you dig, call Sunshine 811, and you're like, oh wait.
So I'm asking council to approve of a one-time mailing at a date to be determined. That's basically what I'm asking. And
For that
approval of the content of the.
You're asking the city council on this one-time thing. This is a new resident packet
Right.
for their input as to do they like it or not? Do they have things that they might want to add or delete?
Okay.
And if when that dust is settled, when they figured out they like it, let's make believe they love this as is, just for purposes. They like this one as is, then our suggestion would be a one-time mailing to all residents and then have it at the utility desk and see if they agree with that, because then we'll need money for mailing
Sure, okay.
and figure out how they're gonna do that. So,
So at a date to be determined.
yeah, that would be really, the city the staff
Right.
would figure that out.
This is basically the final copy. Final cut.
Well,
I mean, as of now.
it's from us, it is,
Right.
unless nobody gave me any other suggestions to add or anything, so.
I loved it.
I asked, like I said, I met with Sal, and I think they did a fabulous job in making it look nice.
I love it because it actually gets you excited. Like, welcome to Port Richey, and then it makes you feel welcomed. And then you're seeing it like get involved, and it just gives nice.
What
I
we
don't
put
know,
in there,
nice feel.
I put in there council, how, when they meet, the rules they follow. If you want to get up and talk, what are the rules? Like, when you come out, when you make general comment, generally, there's no discussion. You might come up and ask them a question. It's like, why is the water blue? And you wanted an answer as to why is the water blue. That's your 3 minutes to talk, and they don't necessarily are obligated to answer your questions. You can ask them afterwards, beforehand. You can email them, whatever. They can sometimes. Sometimes they do answer your questions, and that's fine. That's allowed. But the expectation is not to. They don't normally answer questions. Yes,
Yeah,
Sal?
and so the welcome packet is more or less that general information that you're going to, set on your counter, on your fridge, anything like that. So you have those numbers and readily information. The newsletter will mirror some of that, but then also have sections that will change in and out.
Correct.
Depending on that time of year of doing the newsletter. So they're kind of going to have some of that mirrored information, but
Yes.
but the thing is that with a newsletter, that's those, like, if there's a new thing coming up or the city approves a new plan or something like that, what you don't want to do is put in something that by the time that newsletter comes out, then that event is coming past. Because once again, with a newsletter, you're versing social media, and most of the time, a lot of those day-to-day things or week-to-week things are, they come and go. To where you want to aim your newsletter to have pertinent information, like Boom on the Bayou. Boom on the Bayou is something that won't be here till June. So if you put that in the newsletter now, people plan for it, know that it's coming. But as you get closer, your next newsletter won't have that.
Right.
Because by the time that second or third newsletter goes out, Boom on the Bayou would have come and gone. You have to really, really plan ahead when doing a newsletter, because when you're going against things like social media, Facebook, Twitter, a lot of people are posting those, hey, look what the police just did today. Look what happened here at City Hall. Look what we're doing at the park. Those things won't work on a newsletter, because by the time the person gets it, it came and went. It's not. It's like, oh, so.
I agree that the individual detail is really difficult, but I think part of the stuff, like, we're going to be paving our streets, and they haven't talked about it. I'm going to pick 3 months, just because June, July, and August, we're going to be paving streets. Look on our website if your street is on the list, not to be specific. Did you know that we have a $4.2 million grant for new water plant that's going to cost us, how much is it, 50 million? How much is it?
The design is 4.5, and then we're estimated 35 to 40 million for the build.
New water plant in the future, in the next 3 or 4 years. This is the begin, that type of stuff, I think, for the newsletter, to let the residents know that we're not ignoring that their water quality,
Right.
but a real big overview as to what the council is doing, because you're
Right.
doing a lot.
I'd
Right.
also like to see some before and afters of improved areas, and I
Yes.
know the residents really want to see
Yes.
before and after.
I agree.
Well, you have to be careful because you don't want somebody's house
No,
before.
not
Oh, okay.
residents' homes, just improved areas, just,
Like
Like
Olsner
Rocky
Park or something.
right, anything that we're improving. because
That's
they
private
wanna
residence.
see-
You have to be careful.
This business.
It's still private.
What?
It's not owned by the city.
Robert's Park.
Yeah, that's
So like if
it's
we
private.
revitalized one of the animal parks or something like that,
Right.
that's something that you can
Sure.
incorporate, because that change won't happen again for a few more years, or
Right.
3 to 5 years.
They just want to
You know,
see what we're
yeah,
doing. They don't
right.
make it out. Well, it's not necessarily that they want to hear about it, because they don't make it to all these different areas. So
Mhm.
if it's not in their area, they're assuming nothing's being done. Is what you kind of hear. People are just like, nothing ever gets done around here. It's like, well, it might not be right over there where your stomping grounds are, but there are other areas. So,
I would need to go through Nancy to make sure legally that we could do
well, sure,
stuff
just
like
any
that.
of the public stuff,
You can't do any businesses like.
I don't know. That's what we need to
Or
check with
you
Nancy.
could do an announcement area of areas without photos that are being cleaned up as well. Like we're working on limestone, or we're working on this road, that road, so that people see that codes are, that codes are getting around and making, there's an assumption sometimes that things aren't being done, and I know that they are being done, and I'm hearing from the residents that they are being done, but if all of them could read it in a newsletter that, this area is being,
I'm-
worked on currently, will be over here, just same as the pipes, but with cleanups.
On page 22 of the actual the newsletter, we have a section called upcoming and ongoing improvement projects. I've already added to this list. This list is half what we've actually got going on. So I've already done a revision where this list would be pretty much twice as long, to show all the ongoing projects that the city is doing. The Grand Boulevard and US 19 project isn't on here.
For the golf carts.
For the golf carts, the water treatment plant design is not on here. We have water treatment plant improvements, but that's an ongoing thing. So there's several other projects that I've already added if this newsletter was to go out tomorrow. But that's a kind of section that you want to build on, and
Sure.
things will come on and come off throughout the year.
Mhm.
Right.
Right. And then what you can do is you highlight something out of that list, and then put like you said, add a couple of pictures, incorporate that, and make another article of that. It's I've brought it up many times about the city needing a PIO, especially in this day and age,
What's a PA?
a public information officer.
Yes.
Okay.
I do that as part of my responsibilities, but I'm very spread out. So if I could dedicate 15 to 20% on that, that would be actually a lot between all the other things that I'm doing.
Right.
The PIO would be able to go out daily and be able to take certain pictures of the city, incorporate that, do live feeds, and do things constantly on all forms of social media throughout. Would sit back and would incorporate that into the newsletter and go out, meet with local the trailer parks and mobile home parks, and make sure that they have the information and coordinate with those people there, coordinate with like Sand Pebble and making sure that the clubhouse there has copies of this and information and back and forth, and then working and then coordinating with business owners and getting their information if they have something going on. That person would be busy every day if you had that going on
Really?
constantly.
Okay.
And I've talked to other
I'm like, oh my God.
I've talked to other PIOs, and that's what they do.
Mhm.
It's they do like a 30% in the office working on their next plan, but then they're also out on the field meeting people, finding out what's going on. If they spot something, they take a picture, they post that. That's going on constantly all the time. So that's something that the city should consider in the future, especially now. Like I said, we should have already had one, but especially now that a lot of people are trying to find out this information, and we have so many different avenues of getting that information, either being digital or still paper. Council brought up last week about our methods of payment for utility bills, and why aren't we incorporating just like online? Well, we do online, but we still have people that still want to write a check or still pay with cash. It's that prerogative,
Right.
We're in a society now where we're allowing people more avenues to choose what they want to do. If a person wants to pay all their bills online, that's their prerogative. But if they have one that the fees are too high and they just would rather pay it as a check or cash, they can still do that today. So we have all these, we all have these different methods that we can do, and it's the same thing with something like this. 10, 15, 20 years ago, a newsletter was just the standard. That's the only way you're going to get the information. A newspapers are nothing what they were 20 years ago, but they're still there. I mean,
Correct.
Suncoast News still goes out. It doesn't go out as often, but there's still people that still prefer it. So that those in what it is just that what people like the Suncoast News and Tampa Bay Times are trying to do is that they're incorporating the digital and the paper at the same time, so they can reach out to everybody. So
Magazines do they put a few surviving magazines that are out there.
Yeah.
I mean, on the newsletter, you don't have to put the whole story. You can say
Sure.
for when the time the fire department got when they saved manatee, ghosts.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, so
Sure.
we can reference them. You want to find out what events are coming up in the next month, because like Sal said, by the time they're there, they're gone. But reference the calendar for the
Right.
events committee so that they can
Right.
go there. Oh, I want to see what's going on
You
there.
can even highlight
So
one per
that
month.
type
Yes.
of stuff.
Yeah. I actually love
Well,
this
these won't-
newsletter
this won't go
because
out
as
monthly,
you look at
most
it,
likely.
it has
Council will have to
quarterly.
vote.
information,
Yeah.
How
the
often
staff
you can go out.
information. I love
Yeah.
the part that it also says understanding branding and wayfinding.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like, what is branding? And then you're reading and you're like, I didn't even think about that. Like, it educates. It also, like, the importance of stormwater management and prevent illicit discharge. Like, you can feature, different departments and different newsletters, and something like code enforcement. What do they do? Like, why are they important? Why is this? It's just, I like it. Join a city board. It has a lot of information, but it's little pieces and it's a little bit for everyone.
So
I think it's great.
what would we like to do with? So we know what we're going to do with the new resident packet.
Mhm.
Do we want to do something with a newsletter? It needs to go to city council.
It needs to be approved, just
Yeah.
the formatting,
So what do we want to ask Christine to tell them to do?
Would it be quarterly? or
Okay, well,
something?
we want to give them something to vote on rather than ask them,
Well, that's what she said. Quarterly. You have
okay.
a newsletter right there
right? Right, okay.
as an example.
Yeah.
Newsletter.
Input. What
Right.
would they like to add or delete?
Basically, same thing,
Same thing.
but ask for quarterly rather than ask them to determine the schedule. We ask for quarterly.
Right.
Is there a way, Sal, that we can ask people if they would like it digitally instead of mailed to them? Is that possible? I don't know. Is there a way to say, if you would like this digitally, sign up here?
I guess it could be like the utility bill.
well, you can add something on each of these and do that.
So we don't mail it to them and they look at it online, so we can save some money that way. That's what I was thinking.
You can't mail it with the utility bill?
Huh?
You can't mail it with the utility bill? Like let's say January. It goes out with the bill?
The newsletter?
Yes.
Or, no, because you would have to, because we send out the utility bills to both in-city customers and outside.
Oh, okay.
But we do have access to emails from people who signed up through utility billing. We could send out as a first time and see if they would want this to continue. I'd have to check with legal to see if that would be okay to do that. because this newsletter would have information for their utility bill, it may be all right. There's certain rules to use, you have to use private information. So we'd have to check with that to see if it's okay. But usually if you send this out and we can set up a particular email and basically say, contact this email if you want this digital. And then I can just start formulating a
Take
list.
them off the list. That's
Just take them off the list.
Okay.
It's. But when
I know some people do prefer email or do prefer digital. That's perfect.
But when we send out things like newsletters, door hangers, things like that, basically there is no address list. It
Okay.
basically the people, the vendor that we use, it goes out the same way as the ads that you get once a week.
Mhm.
It's the same process. Basically, you just have an area mapped off 34668. In our particular point, we have the city mapped out with the vendor that we use, and they only send out that newsletter to that area. But they don't have an address list. They just go by
I
the
see.
zip code and
Okay.
the map of the area.
Got it.
And it goes in that type of mass mailing as like your ads and like those few things that you get junk mail.
Yeah.
That's what people
Yeah.
call. So it would go in that same pool with
Okay.
that.
So then maybe it would just I remember when I was a kid, like the value pack or whatever that goes around everything. So then maybe you can send it to everyone like that, like you normally have it, and then just send it through the email like, hey, we got this, and then whoever wants it like this can read it, and whoever wants to look it online they can. And especially if they, for some reason, like you lose something or you toss it, and then you're like, wait, what did they say? You still have a reference online to go back to.
Right.
So.
All right. So we're good on. Are you comfortable with that, Christine?
Yes, Sal, can I also get the newsletter sent, provided to every council member? Thank you. For the next meeting, thanks. Okay, so we can have these.
Do we make a motion for that, or we know that that's what we're doing for the.
Just like this.
Let's make a motion just to make it official.
Okay. So I'm motioning for the Bayou Beat to be presented to council for review and approval.
What about also the new time?
She did that one. That one was done already.
Okay.
We voted on that one.
Second.
That's okay.
Second.
All those in favor?
I
Opposed? Motion is carried. So both of those will go to council. Christine will take them to council. I'll be here if you have any questions, or we can I can back you up if you want. Sal will be here, so we'll all
Okay,
chip in.
thank you.
Okay, so don't have to worry about that. You guys have any comments on either one of those things? Thank you. Teachers need fulfillment for the new year. Carolyn, that is you, correct, ma'am?
yes. So I have documents that I want.
What we talked about at the beginning of the year was, backpack giveaways for the kids and stuff. But we have a community congregation that does that, and so we decided maybe to just do teachers like in the middle of the year, like Christmas time, when they run out of tissues or whatever, see what they need. So Carolyn will go over what she found out and what we're gonna do, just to give you a little background.
So, what I created here is 3 documents. The first one would be like the advertisement sponsored teacher for the holidays. And I put from December 1st, 2025 to January 5th, 2026. Stop by City Hall to pick up a wish list from a Port Richey teacher. Drop off, drop off the items at City Hall, and then I put the City Hall information, and the teachers will be given their gifts at the CAC meeting on January 8th, 2026 at 6. So what I did was, the reason why I did it from December 1st, 2025 through January 5th, gives us enough time to collect wish lists from teachers, but I'll handle that. Go to the schools, Edison, go out to my community that there's teachers, and have to fill out their information. If you see here, it's a holiday wish list. I'm not putting any private information. So I put the teacher name, the school, and the grade and subject. Now, this is the advertisement for calling all Port Richey teachers. And I put, would you like to participate in the CAC's sponsor a teacher for the holidays drive? Requirements. Must be a Port Richey City resident. List 5 items. I put max $20 per item. And again, let me know if you need any changes on anything. Write your name, name of school, grade and subject. Or grade and subject.
Right.
Email your information to me, CAC Secretary Carolyn Gonzalez, or pick up the form at City Hall and drop off at designated box. I was thinking, my husband likes to wrap, so I was thinking of getting a box. He wrap it in Christmas paper and then just make it like a slit. So they can drop it off and we can put it here at City Hall. And then drive begins December 1st to January 5th, 2026. Gifts will be given in person at the CAC meeting on January 8th, 2026 at 6 p.m. And then I thought, well, how do we prove, like, how can I know about their addresses and stuff? Well, they must verify City of Port Richey address before gift given. So when they come in, they say, my name is, Jane Doe. Okay, let me see your license. Make sure they're from here. Perfect. If for some reason they are not, and then we have the supplies, then we could either donate it to a school, donate it somewhere. So it's not going to go to waste.
We have a map, a pretty good map now. How about rather than getting their hopes up that they're coming here to receive some gifts and everything, and then find out due to a technicality that they're not getting anything, that'd be pretty lousy. How about we provide the map with
That would be
this,
great.
that they can find their location if they're within the highlighted area. Then they would know that they could
Do
submit
that.
their.
I would add, I agree with that.
Okay.
But I would add a contact name to the list thing,
Sure.
or email, whichever, whether it be email or phone, and contact them, get their address over the phone. Same thing.
Sure.
Okay, tell them to contact.
And they could contact me because I know how to verify that. I can go to the tax records. Just
Yeah.
check.
I know,
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
So if you want to put me as a contact for
Okay.
that, I'll handle that for you.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can
What-
put
But
that-
I just think contacting, again, I agree with you, Christine.
The map-
Having to
that-
show
the
up
map
and then
will
not
give
get
them
it
the-
Yeah.
is kind of like hard.
Okay, so then
I would want to then give it to them anyway. Just,
I
be
know,
like,
me
let's take
too,
your
but it's-
presents. You know what I mean?
yeah. Then
What happens with the Port Richey residents, and actually New Port Richey also, you have that mailing address. It's not necessarily within the incorporated city. So a lot of people think they're in Port Richey because they have the Port Richey address. New Port Richey, same thing. It's basically county, but it's got to be somewhere. It can't just be Pasco County. So
Okay, so-
we have a map of the actual city.
Now,
so
did we
people
go
know.
through the city to make sure that they were okay with all this?
no.
What, as far as,
Okay, so there's a sponsor, a teacher for the holidays.
Putting a
Um,
box out in the lobby?
Yeah, just and I would be in charge of that. Like, I'm not gonna.
we'll probably have to get, consensus from
Okay,
council.
we have time.
This would have to go to next council as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the 12th.
Have to go next Wednesday.
Who can present that?
I can.
Christine or I.
Perfect.
Yeah, I don't see any issues that the city should have.
No, I have.
I think just, as long as council is fine with it, then we can do something, so.
But I was thinking my idea. We want to keep this or do you want?
Oh, I've got one.
Okay. So my idea.
Thank you.
My idea was to have the box, and then when the time is up, then grab the box and put it. I was thinking of putting it in little ornaments or something, like the little Dollar Tree ornaments or the plastic ones.
Actually, let me see a copy. Ken.
Yeah, sure. So how, what,
I'm gonna do these now.
this is, okay, so how are we getting their list? I mean, so the list is there,
So they would either email me.
right?
And then I
So
would fill this
between the
out.
5th and the 8th, how are we getting all the things that they want? We have to buy them?
Yeah, the drive begins December 1st to January 5th.
Right.
So
But
I
who's
was
buying all the stuff?
residents or people
Whoever
like
adopt the
so
teacher
my
kind of
idea
thing?
was like the adopt a child
Right.
that you go like say the IHOP and they have the tree and you come and
Right.
pick a name
Right,
and then you come and drop off the items. That's what it would be.
right. But you have 3 days to get that stuff dropped off. They can drop their paper off on the 5th and we're going to give it to them on the 8th, 3 days
No.
later.
The teachers have until the teachers have
The 5th.
The other
Right,
window
I
to
made
drop
a
off is
mistake.
too long.
Okay, so what I was okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I did this like at 2 in the
No,
morning.
no, yeah, no, no,
So
no, that's fine, honey. That's what
this
we're here for.
We need from. Okay, so the drive. When I say the drive, December 1st to January 5th, is people coming and grabbing the ornament. Let's say taking it with them.
Mhm.
They buy the supplies and bring it in.
Okay,
So I need an end date for the
This.
teachers.
Yes.
Yes.
so we need to put a deadline on this paper, what
a
they want.
deadline. Yes.
Must be submitted to City Hall in the appropriate box in the lobby by whatever,
So
I would say,
by
I would say, I wouldn't say December 1st. I would
no,
say,
yeah. Because I
well,
was thinking,
Thanksgiving is what, the 27th or the 20th?
yeah, I was thinking the date like the 5th or the 6th of December for because we have any holidays.
No,
It's only
For the
You-
teachers
when-
to drop
when-
off.
they need to be, if you need to, if you're gonna have people pick up the ornament, outside on the 1st,
Well, that's
it
what I
needs
was
to be
thinking.
before, it needs to be the end of November.
Should we do it though? Should we move the date though and then start like the 5th or the 6th? It's the same week, but just at the end of the week instead of the beginning of the week? And then have them until that time to drop it off?
Let's just make it November 30th.
Will we have time then? 'Cause
No.
we have to get it approved by City
No.
Hall and then,
It's too
Too fast.
too soon. I would say, because you have to have time to organize these papers. You know what I mean? Like, don't kill yourself. So I would say
oh no, I
the
will.
deadline for the paper to be submitted,
December 15th or
I would say the 21st. November 21st.
November 21st?
Yeah, that gives you a whole week and 2 days
Oh, November to plan what
to pick these up
Yes.
and figure it out.
Yeah.
Make the ornaments to hang out there.
Yes, you're right.
Mm.
You're right. And the tree and
Right.
stuff. Yeah,
I mean, and you have a full-time job,
I do. And I'm doing the events committee. Oh, okay.
so just try. Yes, ma'am. Suggestion.
Suggestions?
Yes, please do.
It just seems too.
Okay, can you just give
Yeah,
us your
no,
name?
you're
and
right.
Give us your name and we need your name and your address just for the
You have,
Come up to the microphone. Yeah. Thanks.
My name is Danielle, and you said what else did you need?
address, honey.
5547 Baker Road,
Thank you.
for Ritchie, Florida. So instead of doing all that
Mhm.
and killing yourself over it,
Mhm.
since you have a designated map and where you want to go, why not go to those businesses in that map and ask them, hey, do you want to donate for the teachers, whether it's something physical or money? And that way it's a tax. Also gives you the opportunity to show face in these businesses that you want to incorporate other things with. And then show some type of identification that you're with the city council, so they're not thinking that you're just some person off
Yeah.
the street.
Yeah.
Because there's way too many people right now that are complaining that they don't have money for holidays. So
Right.
the short amount of time that you have right now, you might get one person to come in and grab one of those ornaments.
right.
And so, like, back to what you were saying is these teachers are gonna get their hopes up and be like, hey, I want all this stuff,
Right,
and they
Yeah.
get one pencil, you know?
right.
At least that way, you're killing more than one bird at a time. You know, you're doing
It's not a bad
multiple
idea.
things.
And I have to go actually to businesses to get sponsors and stuff, so that's not a bad idea.
And it's like, I used to do charity events and stuff with like different things, and businesses they love doing it.
Mhm.
So raffle tickets, like all that stuff. So, and even if it's something small, it doesn't matter. And then the incentive, if they're like, well, what do I get out of it? If you guys are doing the newsletter, hey, thanks for this business. They helped us support a teacher this year.
Sure.
It gets their name out on the newsletter, and they don't have to pay for it for that month or whatever, or
Right.
however you do it.
That's great.
Good idea.
That's
Very
a
good.
great idea.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Um, and that would eliminate the tree
Yeah, we don't have to do that.
and the,
We can just take the money and go buy it.
and we could
Yeah.
ask for, and I
we do
think
that?
you could eliminate this as well. You could ask them to sign up if they'd like to receive something, but not
But
give
not
them a
specific.
preference list of what they
Okay.
want. And that way, whatever we get,
So like a white elephant type of thing, like
Right.
this is what you get.
whatever we get,
But if they okay.
sure. Then-
Well, it's a wish list. Doesn't mean they're gonna get it.
I know,
So
but
if
it
they
could get
put,
a
like-
little disappointing in the end too when we can't get any of
Well, the
that
high school
stuff,
kids
you
are going to
know?
need different than
Yeah.
kindergarten, first, second
But
grade.
if we're going to the local businesses and asking for the things
No, we're asking, or cash.
or cash, we're asking for cash.
Can we do that, Tom?
ask for cash?
Can we do that?
I don't know.
I don't know if
Can
we
we
should
go to
ask for
businesses and
cash,
ask for
though.
cash for this event? Or this,
I'd say that's an answer
Presentation?
question.
Well,
I don't know if
Yeah.
that's like I wouldn't want to be responsible for cash. I
No,
would
I
be
don't wanna
like
either.
maybe
Yeah,
a gift card or something that they want to give to the teacher themselves. Like they can come here and give it to her.
yeah, but Ocean
him?
Honda, if they want to give you $50,
I think
Oh,
it would
yeah.
be good if you went with the businesses with the list to say, would you be willing to purchase these? And we'll pick them up at a later date.
when we did the sponsorship packet, we did an actual, the packet was created for the sponsorships for the centennial,
Mhm.
and all the all the parameters was detailed in that specific packet for that for the specific centennial events. This is quite different because you're asking for just like one thing.
Mhm.
So I don't know. It's kind of setting a precedence because the CAC has never gone out and asking
Right.
for money before. So probably would have to refer to legal and see what what we can do as
Yeah.
far as that. But if it's, because you got to make sure if we're taking that money, it's got to go into a particular fund. The fund's got to be monitored, and then and then if that money is going to be drawn out, what's that money going to be used for
Mhm.
afterwards? So you have to have that. You have to have that fund set up. You have to have it monitored for auditing sakes in case it gets asked about.
Sure.
So
And if they make like right now, for example, like a business comes and says, you know what, I'm not gonna have time to go buy all these 5 items, but I want to give you a gift card of $50 or whatever it is that something they can do?
That's
they
the
can
same
do it on their own if they.
They
Right.
can't give it to us to do.
Yeah, if they
Right.
want to do it on their own, and we basically get the information and then provide them that information to do that on their own.
Yeah, like
They can
go
do-
and contact Ocean Honda and go to them and then they'll give
Yeah,
you the
if they do that on their own, that's something they're doing on their own. It's you're just basically passing that.
facilitating
You're
it.
facilitating that information from one to another. You're not taking any funds or nothing like
Yeah.
that. You're just basically saying
You're
if you
taking a gift card.
No. So what I would do is like, let's say I do a little certificate. Ocean Honda says I'm going to give the teacher $50. So we do a little document here, $50 from Ocean Honda or whatever. Give it to the teacher, and then she goes to Ocean Honda and says, "You guys said you're going to give me $50," and Ocean Honda gives them the visa. That's like, for example,
I know.
for the Centennial, the Mayor's Ball. Like I won like Island Paradise Charters, things like that, which I haven't done anything with. They give you like the paper, and then you can go to Paradise Charter, and say, "Hey, I won!" So like I can get my free boat ride and things like that. It's the same concept. So it's like instead of getting the actual product, like the basket or anything, then they can actually go to Ocean Honda if Ocean doesn't want to come here and get the $50.
I think you're using Ocean Honda as a bad example because
Sorry.
Look, all I'm saying is
Well, because
because
I used it. That's
because
Oh.
because what I would say is like if you're going to like a local pizza place and they'll give the teacher a dinner,
Oh yeah.
so basically they'll just give you one of their cards and say yes, this is for a free dinner. It's signed by the owner, and then you're just basically you're not taking any money or nothing like that. It's just going towards that particular teacher.
But then
Or
aren't we getting away from
Right.
what we're trying to supply is school supplies for children? Now all of a sudden we're giving the teachers dinners and money.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. So my thing is, my concept was actual products like pens and pencils.
Yeah,
and
because that benefits
Post-its.
the
Because you're right.
kids
That yeah.
and the needs.
I
But
think
I
that, I think that,
understand
I
what
think
but that's
for
a different
first-
route than if you're just trying to get supplies for school
Yeah,
and stuff
right.
like that. That's different than and they're
Right.
just giving you the supplies to school.
Yes.
And you're just basically handing them. Church does that with the backpack giveaway
Right.
once a year, so it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
I think for a first time event, that's way,
Too much.
that's step 10.
Yeah.
We're on step 1.
Yeah. So
Maybe we can progress to that
it's a
in the
good
future.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a great idea. Maybe we can progress that, but we're new into this events. We're new into sponsors, doing the sponsorships and soliciting and doing all that sort of stuff.
This might be
we
better
might not
suited.
get a lot
This
of
might
stuff.
be better suited for the events committee, really.
Right. But
What do you
this is
think?
something like for us, I think it's for the CAC because the events committee really it's for events. But like the
Okay.
CAC for us, this is something that you're helping a local teacher.
Okay.
And like, let's say, like now we're almost halfway through the school year or whatever it is, and she may need like Sharpies or Post-its or
Mhm.
something. They're going through projects. So she would say, I need, Post-its and I need pens and I need crayons for the kids. And then this is for her. So she doesn't have to, or even if she wants to decorate, I'm doing a around the world project and I want to, have different photos or maps or how the teachers buy those things for their rooms and they decorate like certain things. She's able to go and or we're able to provide that for her so she can get her map around the world or something.
I
Right.
still think if you went into a business with 5 or 6 of these, with the teacher's name and what their wish list is, would you be willing to donate this?
To
But-
sponsor a teacher.
But we
with
will
this.
come sponsor a teacher. We will come back in a day or two. There's always somebody
Or
within
week,
that
give
business
them a
that would
week
go out
or-
and buy it. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure because I know where I work. His wife would go in a minute and go buy this stuff. I'm gonna present this to them anyway, but I'm sure.
Yeah.
We can,
Yeah, and
I
like
think
try
we
to
need
get
this way
like
we got
5
minimal
teachers
involvement
or
in it.
something. We can't have this so large that we can't contain it.
Right.
We can't manage it. So we're
Yeah.
looking for 5 teachers or put a limit on it.
Yeah.
And,
We can have a limit.
so then you can
Would you
narrow
be
your
willing to
window
go
down.
to take a list and go after work and pick up those 5 or 6 items? Is that something? See, that's
Yeah.
it's
That's
easy. I'm
something
not
I
saying
would
in
do
particular,
too,
but
right,
yeah.
it's easier for
And then
someone to do on the
it
way
can make
home.
it
They'll just pick
manageable.
up the items and it'll be done.
So
and
I'm
then we
gonna-
can pick them up.
I'm
day or two
gonna
later.
give you. So I did a shoebox
Mhm.
for work now. We just did it for. It's called Samaritan's Purse.
Mhm.
One of my coworkers, he does it every year, and I love it. He gave us a shoebox. I took 2 for a boy and a girl. It had specific ages, like ranges of ages. I went. I had the list of what you can get. I went. I filled up the shoebox. I went and I gave it in today. That's what I did.
Yeah.
And it's fun to do it, and it's a little knickknack Dollar Tree. I went and I got a whole bunch of stuff and I put it in there. And that's like my idea for this. This is not something like it's not, oh, she needs a printer. So it's just something that it's telling a teacher, we support you. It's a community. She's from the community. We're giving her something for the holidays. It's different. It's different. Like sponsor a teacher, sponsor maybe every year we can sponsor something different.
Mhm.
Because it's always surrounded by children, but also the adults need something as well. And we're already having a toy drive, I believe.
we always do every year.
Yeah, exactly. So this is for a teacher, and I agree. Let's not make it huge.
I think we need to scale back to
Yes,
um, bare bones because
bare bones.
when you go when your kids go to school the first day, they get a list that the teacher needs. And what is on that list? Tissues, pencils, crayons, scissors for the
Highlighters.
younger ones, stuff like that. And that's what comes out of the teacher's pockets.
Correct.
So that's what we're kind of looking to do. Supplement the teacher's pockets.
Mhm.
Not so much supplement a project, which we could do, but it's because they have to buy pencils or pens for the kids. They have to buy the tissues because the kids are snotty in the wintertime. And I mean,
It's
and,
true.
and they or markers.
So I
stuff like
thought
that.
about
So
something
that's
like
what
that.
I
would
thought
say,
this was going to be.
So-
yeah,
and
I
that's
would
what-
say limit it rather than $20 per item, because if they chose $20 items and filled this list, it could get expensive.
I have an idea now.
So
just
limit it
talking. Yeah.
to a $50 budget or something.
I
since
would
we're
even put a limit on it.
No.
I would just, they can ask for it, doesn't mean they're going to get it.
Yeah.
If you ask a teacher what they want, they're going to put pencils and crayons and tissues,
Okay.
and that's what they're going to put.
Okay.
That's what I think.
I
They're
think
not
so,
going to ask
too.
for a $50 glove.
Hand sanitizer and things
yes,
like that.
Yes.
Like that's what I'm thinking.
That's
I'm
what they're
never
gonna do.
surprised by people anymore.
Yeah.
You ask them
Well,
what they want.
just because, like you said, just because they ask doesn't mean they're going to
Okay.
get it.
Okay.
So unless we,
We're going to small businesses for these, right? Like we're going to go to.
well, my thing is too. I do like the small business idea, but even me, I don't have a business, and I would like to sponsor a teacher.
Yeah.
I
Like
would
buy
do
her a
something.
little something. So
And you don't have to sponsor a whole teacher. You just might you might go to Costco and buy a whole thing of tissues.
Right.
And then we can.
So another thing that I was thinking of now that we're talking,
Okay.
if we can, Sal, have like a box up front, here in City Hall, like a big, pretty good sized box wrapped, and then people can come up and drop off supplies.
Sure.
And then the teachers do a wish list, but they just hand a wish list to us. Like they can come and fill it out, or they can send it to email, whatever it is. And then I have no problem in sitting there and sorting out, like, Janet wants this, you know, Priscilla wants this, and like you spread it out with their wish list. I mean, that's a little project we could even do in here,
That's whatever you guys.
because
want.
it's this.
That's
We
great.
could still do the drive December 1st through January 5th. We can announce it to everybody and everything. So if I just want to buy a pack of pencils, I can, and if I want, I can buy a whole jar of, you know, hand sanitizer, and it doesn't obligate the person to get 5 things. And then the teacher could say, we could say list 5 things, and it could be hand sanitizer, wipes, and, you know, a face mask. And
Maybe
she only
maybe
gets a
somebody
face
wants to support it, but can only afford a $10
Right.
thing, you know, pencils and crayons or something like that.
Exactly.
Making that's all they can afford, but they want to
support something. So how about
And we
if
can
we do
give
that?
it to the businesses, and if they'd like to
Yeah.
come, they can drop it off too.
I mean, what do you guys think about that? Like, is that
I think
something?
we need to keep it simple.
Okay,
Let's
keep
do
it
this.
simple.
Let's
for sure.
do the KISS simple.
Yeah.
The KISS
The kiss, yeah.
thing for right now. See
Okay.
how it goes, and then learn from our mistakes, because we'll make
Yeah,
them.
Exactly.
We'll make it. Something will go wrong, and that's fine. We'll learn from it and do better next year.
Yeah.
So
So
do you
we
think
really,
you could come to the council meeting on the 12th and
yes,
and speak to
Yeah.
speak to council about this, because I'm having a problem figuring out what I'm asking.
12 is Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
if I'm
Yes.
allowed to speak, I
Sure.
can.
Yeah.
And I will. So, but are we in agreement that we're going to do this is separate? This holiday wish list, we can put an end date,
Yes,
but
we
it has
can do-
nothing to do with this. Like, we can sponsor this. We can give this out to businesses starting already. Like, if when council approves it, but we can
Make
start.
sure that Sal has a updated with the dates that you're proposing.
Oh yes, this I
Because
think
I'm
would stay
having
the
him-
same.
Well,
Yeah, this can stay the same. I think your deadline needs
This
to
one,
be
yeah. I mean,
like
the
a
teacher.
minimum of a week ahead of time.
Yeah, so I can sit there. Yeah.
okay.
Well, for the wish list, or for everything.
For the wish list needs
For the
to
wish list, yeah. The wish list, I was thinking,
the wish list and donations has to be the week before. Has to be the same date, because you can't you can't. You have a full-time job. I'm going to keep reminding you that. I don't want you to forget.
Yeah.
You have I'll come help you. I'm sure other
Yeah.
people will come help you. We can rope anybody in. We can sit here and help sort. That's fine. But you know,
How about December 23rd?
January, December, November.
What for the?
Because-
November. Okay. Well, no, because I was thinking.
You need the drive begins. People are bringing the stuff in on the 1st. The teachers have to have a deadline.
Yes, they have exactly. But I'm saying since the teachers have, let's say the teachers have, the drive begins December 1st, but they can turn this in by the 23rd of December, and then we can. Because remember, we're not. It doesn't. We're just collecting supplies, and then we're going to sort it out.
No, I would say I would no.
Still, no. Okay.
I don't think so. I think you need to. It needs to be
So November
because when you get your list, you can put
start already.
you can not on this paper but on social media. You can blast. These are some of the high ticket items that people are asking for.
Oh, you're right. I didn't think about that. Okay.
So I think your list, your deadline still needs to be before. That's my opinion.
Before
December 1st.
Okay.
Don't overburden yourself.
So
You're
once-
making it very difficult on yourself, I
Yeah.
think.
So once council approves it, let's say they would approve it on the 12th,
Yeah.
then we can go ahead and start blasting it, and then the teachers they'll have 3 weeks if we do
Yeah,
it by.
I would do it just November like 27th. No.
The Friday, the November 28th, or
Oh yeah, I don't know why I keep going to Thursday. Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
November 28th?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the deadline to submit your wish list is the 28th, which is just the weekend before, only the weekend before, then. No, it needs to be sooner than that, because you need to blast this out to people so they can buy stuff, they can drop stuff off on the 1st.
You're overthinking it. You know,
How am I overthinking it?
just I don't know. It just sounds like you're making it too complicated.
Okay, what would you
I would.
suggest?
I mean, if they got from December 1st to the 5th, that's the deadline for incoming, correct?
For the supplies to come in.
Right.
Correct.
So that gives us 3 days to get through it all. But pretty much isn't it going to come in? How's it going to?
We're talking at the beginning for the list first, not, we're starting at the beginning for when the list,
List.
correct.
I would give 2 weeks to get the list in. I mean, that's plenty of time for a teacher to decide whether or not she wants stuff
Yeah.
and to write out a list. So 2 weeks.
So that would be, so what would you say, a date?
I have no idea. I wasn't looking at the dates.
November, okay, well,
So-
the Friday is November 21st is 2 weeks, November 28th is 3 weeks.
So if council approves by the 12th, the 13th, we'll blast it.
Uh-huh.
And then they have to turn everything in by the 28th.
I would say the 28th, that gives them 2 full weeks
2
plus
full weeks.
to
plus
get
one.
the list in.
Yeah.
Then we can look at this and see high ticket items,
Right.
blast that out to the community on, on that 28th, 29th,
Yeah.
30th, whatever that is, for December 1st. We're collecting items from December 1st. And if you're giving it out on the 8th, I would
would say we could
shorten
collect-
that time frame.
I would say we could collect items immediately, even before the teachers fill out lists. We could start taking the gifts at any time, as soon as council approves. We don't have to wait to take the gifts. We put a box out here, people just
And
start putting, why put a limit on that?
Okay.
The longer you give them to put things in
Yeah,
the
that's what
box, the more you
yeah,
have.
that's why I was giving.
Right.
So we can do that though. We can do from, if council approves December 13th
Sure. Yeah.
start, and then
You mean November?
November 13th, sorry.
That's okay.
November 13th through January 2nd,
I would, yeah, just,
because that would give us the
I would
weekend.
say it wouldn't, if people want to deliver the day of, that's fine. I wouldn't really put a limit on donations, because in
But
the
I mean-
end, if there's teachers standing here and there's people bringing stuff in, have at it. Take it, that's just more stuff.
But that's the thing, how are we going to give it? Because I was thinking of, if we have, like, let's say Janet comes in and she has 5 items, we would group the items for Janet, put them in a gift bag or something, and just say, these are your items, your items. You know what?
I understand what you're saying, and
Yeah.
you need more time for that.
Yeah, we need to.
Okay.
Because if they bring it the day of, who are we giving it to?
Yeah, then January 1st or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can get it organized.
But if we're giving 2 full months, I mean, I could even do it sooner.
So we're giving them out on the 8th.
January
8th.
2nd is a Friday, so that gives everybody a full week of,
Are you guys, is the city even open on January 2nd?
right, good question.
The day after New Year's.
The county's
New Year's
closed
is
this
Thursday.
year, yeah. So,
The county is closed on Friday?
our,
The second?
Pinellas is, I know
Pinellas
Pinellas
is?
County is closed on,
No,
So
we're,
it's
we're,
first-
we're open.
You're open the 2nd.
so maybe if we.
Then
have
you're
a-
only giving it, just to be clear,
It's a little bit of
you're
time.
giving whoever's gonna organize all this
Yeah.
3 days, not including the weekend,
Right,
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, to organize it and put in, now, if you only get a little bit, it's not a problem.
yeah, but if you
But
get
if
a lot.
you get inundated, it might be a problem. I'm just,
How about if
Last
since we're
day of
doing it,
December.
yeah, or how
last
about
day
if
of
we're doing it
December.
from the 13th, because we're starting November 13th to December 23rd. And then that gives you all, what? One,
well, nobody's gonna do anything Christmas Eve, Christmas
Two.
Day.
no, I know, but you take I could just take all
Or New
the
Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
supplies and then just during the weeks.
That's
But
fine.
we have
yeah.
a few weeks to do.
Okay.
Like, that's our deadline, and then we have time whenever to
Sure.
come in or do stuff.
Sure,
we
that's,
can do
yeah, get
that.
it done before Christmas. It's wrapped
Right.
up before Christmas. The rest is just organizing.
Yeah. And that gives anybody enough time to just do something.
Yeah, because the holiday season, people are just, it's hard.
Yeah, it's very hard. But if you do it before, then we have what? 1, 2. It'll be exactly 2 weeks and 2 days.
Right.
That's pretty good.
That's
right?
fine.
Okay. So
So you'll come to council on Wednesday
Wednesday.
and give them what we're suggesting, and then they will approve it or
Say no.
make suggestions. And
Oh, yes.
so really, we have to either tell Carolyn, if they make a suggestion, we don't have time to come back and approve it and go with it. So either we take their suggestions and just run with their suggestions, whatever that is, whatever date they come
Whatever
up
they
with.
say, yeah.
Do you see what I
Council,
mean?
I don't really see council intervening in
Well, I
this.
don't either. I just
I'd
wanna
say
put-
council is going to either approve the program or not.
Okay.
So that's the way I'm going to present it. I'm not really going to present it as improve upon
Okay.
Carolyn. Carolyn's doing this.
Okay.
So, you know,
That's
it's going
fine.
to be Carolyn's program,
Okey doke.
and either do you approve it or not.
Okay. It's fine with me.
So
What do
we're
you think,
doing
Sal? I don't think we really want council redoing this whole,
No, yeah, I don't think we need to do that.
yeah, we just do it.
Okay, so just so that I know, so I can, so the sponsored teacher for the holidays, this flyer, I'm changing the dates from November 13th through December 23rd
Okay.
for the drive.
Mhm.
And then, and then the teacher will be given their gifts at the CAC meeting on January 8th.
Okay.
We're okay with that. Okay. And then for this one, calling all Port Richey teachers, we're doing City Hall by they can drop off their their wish list or email or wish list from November 13th through November 28th.
Mhm. And put my email address on there for
I would take off.
verification
Oh, sorry.
of city residency.
Email address for city residency verification.
And take off list 5 items, max $20. Just leave it as an open list and we can go
Open
from there.
list. Okay.
Take that line out of there. Right?
Yeah. May I put you as the contact
Yes.
and then you verify, and if they are, then you just email me?
Sure.
You can do that. Okay.
Right.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna put you as contact. And I have a question because I never know how to address. When you're in the committee, are you councilwoman or are you member?
I'm a committee member and
Committee
a
member.
council, I'm on
You're
the city,
liaison.
I'm a
City council.
councilwoman of. for
Right.
city
So then
council.
when I put, like, let's say I'm doing this and I'm contact,
Council,
is
Member.
that's what I'm trying to figure.
You're a committee member here.
Committee
So put
member, yeah.
member.
right.
You do put committee member / council liaison.
Oh, can we put council? Yeah, committee member, council liaison.
Is that good, Sal, you think? Committee member / council, so that they know she is a member of the council.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
That way because you really are a committee member.
Sure, right.
But I want to give you credit for being on council as well.
perfect. 'Cause I never know how to address, even when I'm doing roll call. I'm like, what do I say? So that's how I say member, council liaison. Okay, perfect. And I'll put your email.
Good job, Carolyn.
Yeah, very good job.
I like all your little doodads, your pictures and stuff. That's
Oh,
very,
thank
very
you.
nice. I do, it looks
I
beautiful.
do too, I love it.
Thanks.
I'm so not good at stuff like
No,
that.
me neither. Looks
You want
great.
to paint the wall?
No, I can't even paint the wall. I can't. I can do probably a pre-K students coloring assignment, and they would probably say it's really bad because I
Too bad
can't
we
even
can't
color with
computerize the wall and computer
I know,
spray paint
that,
it.
yes.
Like, is there some kind of program where we could computer spray paint the wall?
Everybody does chat GPT nowadays. So.
All right, let's move on.
Might be cheaper
Anything
than
else?
Midas.
No.
Any,
Oh, do we have to make a motion for this or no?
Go ahead, yeah, somebody, yeah.
I make a motion to present to council our sponsor teacher for the holidays flyer with the corrections made, as well as the Port Richey teachers flyer for the wish list with the corrections made.
Need a second?
Second.
Motion and seconded. Any discussion? Any ideas? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes. Any, long-term goal, this is our last thing. You guys can go, you don't have to stay if you don't want.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay, bye guys. Thank you.
Should've said that
You're more than
hours
welcome to
ago.
come back anytime.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
please
you
do.
want, yeah,
The first
thanks.
Thursday of every month, please feel free.
All right.
Yeah,
Right,
come
and
and
if you,
join us.
Thank you,
if you
guys.
wanna come to any of these, you
Thank
can leave at
you.
any time.
Yes,
after
you can always
whatever
leave
your
at any time.
interest
And
is.
then,
Thanks, Danielle.
yeah, my name's not on there, but that's my number.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you.
Great, thank you.
you.
Can I get a picture of that though?
Oh,
Sure,
sure.
go ahead.
I know. Okay.
You want the full layout of that, or?
Yeah, they get it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so long-term goals, future cleanup dates to match Pasco County's schedule, March 17th. Isn't that like St. Patrick's Day?
That is St. Patrick's Day, and it's just so
There'll be a lot of
strange.
drinking on that day.
And but they're cleaning. Isn't that a weekday though?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, because
by
that's
the
what I
way,
thought. Let me see.
talk about drinking.
Yeah, it's a
Why, are
Tuesday.
you thirsty?
This is a fantastic idea. Come out great. This is
It is pretty.
the about
It's very
the
nice.
centennial,
Don't let it, look, you got it banged up
Bottle.
already.
right?
Tore it
With
up.
the, and it benefits.
Not worth anything now.
Huh?
You banged it up, it's not worth
Ruined.
anything now.
And this is the benefit to the substance alcohol abuse charities. That's where all the funds went to. So
Yes.
Very good.
they did a great job of that.
Yeah, it looks
It is
beautiful.
pretty, yeah.
Very good.
Mhm.
And local, by the way.
Will you,
Thank you very
will
much.
you drink that?
Thank
or
you,
just-
Danielle. Very nice to meet you.
You too, thank you.
I
Thank
got
you for
two,
your help
so we drink
and your
one.
ideas.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, March 17th is a Tuesday.
Yeah, it is, so I don't know.
That's odd.
I don't agree with following the Pasco schedule then, because we're not gonna get anybody to do
No.
anything on a Tuesday.
Okay, let's just
And
keep
take
this
off.
under long-term goals and just let's address it next month.
Yes.
You okay with doing that?
Yes.
We got a lot going on, so let's
Motion
just,
to stay.
okay. We'll just keep it on there.
Yes.
Anything else for the good of the committee? Any suggestions, ideas? I think with a lot of good stuff going on.
Yeah.
Anything else? Okay, looking for a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
A second.
Motion and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Goodbye.
Bye.
Sal, you want to stay?
No, I'm all right.
Sal looks like